Greetings, everybody. Welcome to TV Skywriter. I'm Patricia A. Murray, your host. I hope you can hear the birds tweeting. It is spring, am I right?
Right.
Which means it's time for baseball. I do the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham, North Carolina's online community paper. And TV Skywriter is kind of like an offshoot. I talk to people all over the country, but today we're going local here in Durham, North Carolina with Pat James. We're talking about baseball, and Pat James runs the long ball baseball program. Welcome to the show, Pat.
Hi, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now it is time for baseball. Now I didn't say the whole name. Say the whole name because I always get it confused.
Long ball Durham triple play.
Yes, triple
RBI.
Oh wait, RBI.
RBI, reviving baseball in inner cities.
Love it. Okay. Now this program's been going on for a few years. I remember when you first started. So how long have
This
you
will
been?
be our 8th season.
Wow. How time flies.
Yes.
So let's talk about this program. Now it's for young people, young men, right?
Men.
Ages 13 to 18.
Yes.
Now, why did you start it? Because I thought Durham Parks and Recreation already had baseball.
In 2009, they canceled their baseball program.
Okay.
So I asked for a field. 8 years later, I'm still running the program.
Wow. So you wanted to serve the kids who are older because I know, what is it? Little League ends at, is it 12?
12.
Okay.
They stop at 12.
And so I remember asking you this a few years ago, and it was kind of like, so the kids end their Little League careers at age 12, but then those who are really serious about baseball, there's a gap between age 12 and then high school.
Right.
So I can imagine you could play Little League baseball and then not play again until you're like 15, and maybe your skills get rusty. So long ball is really great for that.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So when are tryouts?
This Saturday, April the 2nd, at Crest Street City Park, which is 2503 Crest Street, in Durham, 27705.
All right. Now, from what I understand, let me get back to Crest Street City Park. If I'm not mistaken, that's across from the back of the VA.
Right.
So it's on the expressway.
It's off, yeah.
So you have to it's kind of off the expressway, but you'll find, use your GPS. If there's any problems, of course, you can call Pat for information and look directions on getting there. So you're serving young people 13 to 18. Now the notes that I have, the tryouts, which you just noticed, or just told us, April 2nd, which is this Saturday, from 11 until 2, but that's for ages 13 to 15,
13 and 15.
Okay, and then the following week is for ages 16 to 18.
Right.
Okay.
So we break it up because so many kids at one time, so we decided to split it.
Okay. Now, the last time I saw long ball baseball, those kids were playing some serious ball. Yes. I saw double plays. I saw people striking people out, and I saw people running the bases like they knew what they were doing.
And some going out that park, professional stadium.
For real?
Oh, yes.
Hit it out the park?
Out the park. We've had players hit it out the park.
Wow.
Yeah,
so so when they try out, do they already know baseball? Because when you're 13, I'm thinking you've already played Little League?
Not all of them.
Okay.
We have a small percentage that's never played, but because they're athletes, it's easier to train them because they're natural athletes.
Okay. So you have, well, actually, let me ask you how many teams there are. This might surprise you.
We have 8 teams, 4 13, 15, and 4 16, 18.
Wow.
And they compete against each other.
Okay.
In their age groups.
So who trains them if they come they just want to play? They have athletic ability, but they've never played baseball. So do you have coaches?
We have 3 coaches per team, and the coaches will pull them to the side if they need extra attention and work with them. Because I've seen some amazing turnarounds, like wow. And even the parents are like, he's never played, and oh my God, he's so good now.
See? Some kids, they know they're good. They just need the chance, right?
Right. They just need the chance.
Now the opportunities now we all know so many kids want to be pro basketball and football players, and that's fine. I mean, those are great sports as well. But I'm wondering, do you happen to know about the prospects to get scholarships? College scholarships for baseball? Are they really abundant?
Yeah, they're there. It's just our kids don't try for it because they're too focused on basketball and football. And I tell them, baseball is a sport. You play it longer. You get paid more money and less injuries.
definitely. Let's talk about the injuries. The only concussions I guess you could get in baseball would be if you're hitting the head with the ball, I guess. But they do wear helmets.
They wear
right?
helmets when they're hitting. Okay. So that's low.
So it's not like they're tackling each other.
Right.
And in basketball, how do you get hurt in basketball? I guess you could fall down.
Your knees from running up and down that court.
Okay. Yeah. And in baseball, now I've been hit with. I used to be believe it or not, I used to be a batting coach when I was a kid, and I did get hit with the ball a couple times, and it hurts.
Yeah, it does.
But for the most part, baseball to me is a very safe sport.
It's pretty safe.
Because they wear all the protection.
And
in fact, I noticed that kids are now wearing really cool batting helmets that cover the ears, which is very, very important.
They regulated, they changed it, so they have to have those.
Okay, so the tryouts are April 2nd for ages 13 to 15 and April 9th for 16 to 18. And when does the actual season start? Our
grand opening day is May the 31st.
Okay.
At the old Durham Bulls Park.
And that's your home field?
That's our home field.
See, this is big stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing where the Durham Bulls used to play. This is awesome. And it's very exciting, I'm sure, for the young people.
Oh, they love it. We have people coming as far as Oxford, Henderson, Burlington, Hillsborough, just to play in the league.
Really? Okay. Do you get a good turnout of parents?
Yes, I do. Mostly for my younger players, their games are packed.
Yeah.
And now my older players, because the games are so competitive and the word is getting out more.
Because they're playing good. They're playing good ball.
Some really good balls.
Okay.
Some really good balls.
Now, is it like soccer where the parents very often are really involved? Sometimes maybe a little too involved. But are they involved in terms of bringing snacks for the teams and that sort of thing, like in soccer?
Some of the teams do, but we have concessions, and if a kid doesn't have money or anything, we make sure they can get fed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sure
you sell concessions just like that with the Durham Bulls?
Just like the Durham Bulls. Our concessions actually pay our umpires.
Oh, that's clever. Okay. And speaking of money, for the most part, it's free, but there is a registration fee, and explain why that is.
The registration fee is $30 because RBI, which is Major League's program, they require us to have insurance, and there's just no way we can afford the insurance for every kid in the program.
Right. So that's 8 teams, and how many players?
We have 120. Total?
Wow.
So we ask the parents, and then we furnish the uniforms. If they need cleats or gloves, we furnish that. So for $30, and then you're getting 2 free clinics from Duke and Central's baseball team.
Really?
So you can't beat the $30.
You sure
you're getting
can.
way more than what you paid.
So I didn't know that Duke and North Carolina Central University were involved.
Yes.
Okay. So what kind of clinics do they hold?
They hold conditioning clinics where they teach them skills and do just like they do their own players. And they actually have all their coaches and their players out there helping.
That is sweet. So actually that builds their fan base as well.
Right.
Now, I know that Duke plays at the new ballpark, right?
And they have their own new field. Duke has a new baseball
turf
field on their...
Okay.
So they play most of their games there.
Well, thank you for the heads up. I did not know.
Yes.
North Carolina Central University's home field is your same field.
Right.
And their games, I'm just throwing a shout out
that
their games are free. North Carolina Central University baseball is free.
Right.
And it's at the old ballpark, the Durham Athletic Park. And, for those who aren't from Durham, when I say new ballpark, that's where the Durham Bulls play. That's the DBAP, Durham Bulls Athletic Park. And then the DAP is the Durham Athletic Park, and that's on Corporation and
500 West Corporation.
Yeah, 500 West Corporation. Plenty of parking.
And
there's also parking on the street, Morris, Gear Street, and I don't
all around.
Yeah, all around. I'm Durham Central Park area. Just be careful where there's construction, of course, across the street there. So, anything else you want to tell us about this wonderful baseball program? Like your sponsors?
We're minor league charities, Major League Baseball, USA Baseball. They joined us last year.
Okay.
Chevy Youth and Hendrick Auto Mall.
Sweet.
And then we have make sure I don't leave anyone out.
Yeah, don't leave anybody out.
The CBC WRAL Community Fund of the Triangle.
Okay.
Yep, and then North Carolina Central and Duke baseball. And then Durham Parks and Recs, definitely
of
Durham
course.
Parks and Recs, yes.
And the Duke Durham neighborhood partnerships.
Yeah.
So because you have sponsors, that's why the players can get their uniforms and their cleats and their gloves and their helmets and bats,
right,
and everything they need. I think that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I was told partnership. That's the smart way to do business.
That's right.
Make those partnerships.
You don't need to reinvent the wheel. That's already invented. So we believe in partnering with other programs that has the same goals, and so we do that.
Now, how long is the season? So your grand opening is, you said May 31st,
and we end the first weekend in August. So it's
that's
like a
long
summer
season.
program.
Okay, is there like a tournament, like what do you call that? A championship tournament?
Yeah, we have the championship tournament, and then we also go to the RBI regionals in Maryland. So we, out of the 120 kids, we do an all-star team. Sweet. And we pick the best 30 players, and they go to represent North Carolina.
Really? In Maryland?
In Maryland. And if they win that, we'll win an all-expense trip to Texas for the RBI World that's televised.
Ooh, have you ever made that?
Not yet.
This is the year.
This is the year. This is the year.
So because you have two different age groups when it comes to the tryouts, does that mean that the games are also... So all the kids who are age 13 and 15 play on, in other words, you don't have 13-year-olds playing with 18-year-olds on the same team?
Only if like they're 15 and their skills are good enough, we might pull them up. Like the pros will pull up some players. If the other team has some missing, we'll pull up then.
Okay. Yeah. And what happens when things happen in summertime? Maybe vacations. Vacations. And so are you able to substitute?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
Because you don't ever want to let the whole team down because somebody's missing.
And most of the time, because it's only 9 and they get 15 on their roster.
So
usually they have enough to cover. The only thing is the older kids with jobs and stuff. So that's why we might pull the young ones up to help them. Okay. From time to time.
And I just want to give a shout out to W.I. Patterson. That's actually your park, Crest Street City Park, where the tryouts, that's in the same neighborhood as the W.I. Patterson Recreation Center. I just want to throw them a shout out because I did a story on the Crest Street community, which is a really exciting community in that they fought City Hall and won. Oh, wow. This doesn't happen very often. They were all going to lose their homes and community when they built 147. And they took it to the city, and the city had to build them a community because they didn't want to get all split up.
Oh, wow.
So that's awesome. Crest Street area that's why it looks so new, because the church was already there.
The church was there.
But they built this whole new community for the people from, now it's called Crest Street. But I thought that was that's why I wanted to throw him a shout out, because Mr. W.I. Patterson's still alive, and he was one of the main representatives of his community. And I just wanted to, I just really admire people like that.
Yeah, yes.
They stand up for their community and they win for their community.
So let me give a shout out to my coaches.
Oh, please do.
Because without them, we wouldn't have it's 5 women. It's Myra Blackwell, Juanita Johnson, Karen Shelton, Wanda Day, Natalie McMillan.
Okay.
We're the glue that keeps the program going, but the coaches are the ones who actually do the hard work because they're dealing with the kids on a daily basis.
And it said there's 3 per team.
It's 3 coaches per team. And it's 3 men, my husband Robert, Cornell Rossa, and Bob. Bob is our web guy. He keeps our website. Awesome. He's an OIT, works for North Carolina. For Carolina in Chapel Hill. Okay. He's their OIT guy, and he saw our program and was like, I want to do something. So he created us a website. He pays for it and keeps it up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's community service there.
Right.
So definitely awesome. Throw him a huge shout out.
Definitely go to our website, longballDurham.com.
longballDurham.com. So it's not too late to try out, right? I mean, I'm supposing that they're signing up online or something.
They can. That's on our website too.
Okay. So do you have your 120 players yet? I hope not.
Oh no.
Okay, good. No. So this is your chance. Young men ages 13 to 18. Now I saw on your website where you had something last year where little tiny young people ages 5 and 6.
Find that bad.
Yeah, what was that all about?
Actually, that was USA's pilot program.
Okay.
They was trying to make 4, 5, and 6 years introduction into baseball, fun and friendly.
Okay.
So they gave us books, they gave us the whole lesson plan.
Nice.
But they forgot to incorporate that their attention span isn't as long as they thought it was. But it was really great.
Ages 4 to 6.
Right.
So, but did they get something out of it? Was it fun for them?
The parents asked us, were we doing it again this year?
Are you?
Like, no, it was just a pilot program.
Okay.
But it was in 6 other states. So we weren't the only one.
Okay.
So it was pretty interesting.
Okay. So maybe in the future you'll start something like that again, because the reason why I feel baseball, for some people, they consider it a dying sport. I don't think so. But it used to be the #1 sport. That's for sure.
Right.
It's still my favorite sport. But what happened in places like probably Durham, but also Chicago, where I grew up, was that the baseball fields they stopped using them. It fell apart. Kids no longer played. The baseball fields were like relics. The kids didn't even know what baseball was all about.
That's right.
They had to do like what they're doing with long ball. They had to bring it back to the inner city. The Chicago Cubs and Chicago White Sox are doing exactly what you're doing. They're sponsoring. Right. Yeah, they're sponsoring local inner city teams and reintroducing the sport to kids who thought that sports was all about just basketball and football. Because baseball used to rule.
And one thing that I've noticed is happening, I get it from my parents all the time, is their kids will make their school teams and they are benched until one of the other kids get on base, and then they just run for them. And then one kid, he was so upset. He was like, "Miss Pat, I'm not going to play in school." I was like, "Why not?" He said, "Because they got me running for another player. And then when you look online, he got all my stolen bases stats, and I don't have any."
Wow.
I said, no. Your parents need to challenge that, because that's making his stats look good for this kid to get a scholarship that's not doing the work.
I see.
So that's why a lot of the kids love long ball and don't really like, because they're like, at least with long ball, we'll get to play. And see, in their schools, a lot of them are not getting to play. And they have the talent.
Yeah.
It's just the coaches are trying to
mold
their
certain
players, right?
At the expense of others.
And it's really so many players I know quit baseball in their senior year. And I'm like, no, don't do that.
I got scholarships.
But they can't get the scholarships because the coaches are not playing them. So they're not building in the stats. I have 3 players going to college this year from our long ball stats.
Nice.
From the long ball stats.
Okay. So I don't know how we can take on that problem you just mentioned.
I don't know.
It sounds like it's totally unfair. But let's talk about why baseball is a good sport. Because you're into baseball, so I'm just gonna sit back and have you tell us why baseball is such a cool sport.
Well, with our program, we do the draft system. So kids from all neighborhoods end up on the same team. Because I don't want that rivalry or that gang, if it's here, and I'm sure it is, not to trickle over into our program.
Okay.
So I make sure I do the draft so that all kids can learn to play with each other and be friends, teammates. And it's so refreshing to see them, I'm a long ball player. Well, I am too. To see them take pride and to see them walking in the door, because we do have some rules. No sagging pants, no profanity, and no taunting your players, coaches, or umpires.
Love it.
Because we're all volunteers.
You tell the parents that too, right?
They definitely know that.
You've seen those YouTube videos where the parents get a little excited.
Well, we don't allow that. We will ask you to leave. But because it's not, we're trying to build the kids up,
right?
Not tear them down. So.
And to me, baseball is great because you don't have to be exceptionally tall.
No.
You don't have to be exceptionally wide.
No.
Basically, it's hand-eye coordination. There's just so many skills involved. I mean, what I like about the best part to me about baseball is that no matter what skill you have, there's a position for you. Some kids catch better than others. Some kids can run faster. Some kids hit better. There's so many, 9 positions on the field?
9 positions. And one person can't play them all.
And I also like games that involve thinking. I'm not saying that sometimes basketball at its worst is just run and gun with no patterns, no thought process. You're just running around trying to score. The worst part about football, well, football's great because it's like, to me, it looks like chess.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess football at its worst, if the kids aren't coached right, sometimes you hear about players who are told by their coaches to take this person out. That's not ethical, and it's certainly not safe. With baseball, you just don't have that.
No. You definitely have to think the game.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know the play before it's going to happen.
Yeah. And there's so many different rules, and I just love it. Baseball is fun. Some people say that it's slow, and I will admit it's not like basketball where it's just no, it's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know sometimes the pitcher takes a while before, between pitches as he composes himself. That's part of the game.
Yeah,
that's part of the game. So you have to have patience to watch baseball. Some people say that it's not a modern game because it does take patience.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's all the more reason why it should become more popular.
You need patience.
You need patience in this world
today. Amen to that.
So we can get information about long ball at longballdurham.com.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to?
Definitely. We're always in the market for qualified coaches that want to share their talent and their skills with these young men.
Okay.
So, and if they do, give me a call.
Okay, and that information is at longballdurham.com. Thanks so much, Pat, for being on the show. This is Pat James from Long Ball. Long Ball.
Durham Triple Play
RBI program.
And the Triple Play is academics, baseball, community.
Love it. And with that, we'll say goodbye for now. So if you would like to be a guest on TV Skywriter, obviously Pat is here because she doesn't have a computer with a webcam, but no problem. You can be on my show either way. You don't have to be in Durham. I have interviewed people from as far away as England. So if you'd like to be a guest on my show, just contact me, and be sure to read the Durham Skywriter, Durham, North Carolina's online community paper at durhamskywriter.com. See you later. Ciao for now.
Bye.